So just a quick little video. 1st of June today, and another month has gone by. I've been off social media for some time now, about a week, and you guys might be wondering why I'm off social media, why I've been off social media for so long. Well, because I'm usually posting every day on social media, and the reason is because I've been working on my stuff, been doing some work, and just really had time to focus, just really had time to just cut out all distractions and just work on my stuff. Oftentimes with social media, the world is just so noisy around us. There's so many distractions, so many voices. One guy says this, another guy says that. So that's why I've taken it's been a week, around 7 days. 1st of June today, I think it's Friday today. So yeah, it's almost been a week, and I've taken some time off to really so I can really get some work done. And it's been going quite well. If you guys haven't tried it, I'd recommend you do it as well. Just find some time, obviously, maybe a couple of days. You don't have to do it for a week. After a few more days, maybe tomorrow or today, not today, or over the weekend, I might get back on Instagram, start posting again. And the reason is because I realized I was too distracted. So it was really good for me to, just step away and go, yeah, I need to take this time and just focus, And so that's what I've been doing the past few days. And it's really good to be able to recognize when you need to take some time off, even if social media might be one of the distractions. Another one of them might be the people you're around. Even you might have to, separate yourself physically from the people you're around, your environment. And that's why I like parks so much, because nature's good. Greenery is always good, but it's getting quite cold nowadays, so I'm wearing my jacket here in Perth, Australia. But yeah, take some time off, no matter what you're doing. Sometimes if you're getting too distracted. So during the past 1 week, I've been able to accomplish so much. Probably would have taken me about 3 weeks if I was going at the pace that I was doing it when I was posting every day on social media. Not to say that social media isn't good. It is good in a lot of ways. I do think that the pros for social media actually outweigh the cons. But there's a time and a place, right? The Bible says, Ecclesiastes chapter 3, it says there's a time and place for everything, right? There's a lot of wisdom in that. There's a time and a place for everything. So when it comes to doubling down on your work, focusing on what you got to do right now, then that's what you got to do. You have to say no to everything else, right? Say no to everything else and just work on what you got to do right now. So that might even mean deleting all your apps off your phone, deleting Facebook, deleting Instagram, deleting Snapchat. I haven't had Snapchat for maybe 2 months now. I literally deleted the app because I just used Instagram. But then and Snapchat is, in my opinion, it's getting a bit too much ads, too many bullshit ads that I don't want to see. Excuse my language, but too many nasty ads about useless stuff. I don't want to see about all of these gossip and these celebrities and all this kind of stuff. I'm not interested. So Snapchat, that's what Snapchat is doing. So I've been off Snapchat for about 2 months, and I don't plan to get on Snapchat anytime soon. But Instagram, same thing as well. If it's taking up too much time and you need to step back, then that's what you got to do. You have to be willing to just delete the app. Put your phone away. That's the stuff that's something that a lot of people don't have the ability to do. So I did it this week, and I proved to myself that I can do it. If I need to back away from social media, if I need to back away from the internet, from the world, all this, all this noise, I can do it, and I did it, and it was good for me. That's why we need to take time off just once in a while. Helps you to recalibrate as well, and it's also being able to I've also had some time to think about my strategy, my long-term strategy. I like to do a quick, at the end of every month, especially every quarter, every 3 months, I like to just sit back and think how that month went, how that quarter went. I don't plan my year by years, I plan it by 3 months. And in those 3 months, I plan it by a month. So if you look at it that way, a month actually goes really fast. I was looking at my schedule the past 1 month in May, and everything just gone so quick. And I don't know, it's funny because when we were kids, we were all like, 1 month, that's such a long time. But then 1 month just goes like that now. 1 month, not even 1 year. So take this time, if you guys haven't already. It's 1st of June. I don't know what, hopefully you guys are watching this pretty soon, or whatever time it is. Just take some time to recalibrate, replan, rethink. What do you have going on this month? For me, I'm going to be traveling this month and the next. So it was really important for me to get some work done in the past 1 week, and I've been able to do that. Deleted Instagram, pretty much, shut myself in a room pretty much. And the thing is, you can't do that all the time. There's a time and a place, right? There's a time and a place for everything. If you do that 24/7 and you do it if that's how you live your life, then that's not a good way to live, because you need friends, you need social, you need connections, you need to go out with friends and all that. But there's a time and a place. When you're doing too much of that, then you need to cut back. And from what I experienced, and I noticed a lot of successful people do this actually, they tend to block out chunks at a time, right? They don't do everything, they don't try to manage everything all at once, but they chunk it up. For example, my mentor, my billionaire mentor, right? I was just talking to him yesterday, and he says that he's gone to travel in the whole of June, right? The whole of June. So I'm going to meet him in July, but he's blocked out the whole of June. He's blocked out a month for travel and vacations, right? So he can't meet. So he's not meeting anyone. He's just spending time with his family, and the whole of June, that's it. And I thought it's a good way to go, because, and on the other hand, when he's working, he might not have enough time he might not even see his family every day. That's the thing, right? That's the thing. He blocks out and he focuses on that. So in the month of June, no to everything else. He doesn't meet anyone, nothing, no one, except for his family, because that's what it is. Outside of June, when he's doing work, then yes, okay, he's going to spend more time meeting other people, and he might not have enough time. He might not even see his family, right? Because successful people, they block out chunks at a time, and they go in spurts, right? A lot of people might disagree with this, but they go in spurts. So there's this great book by Gary Keller called The One Thing, which is pretty much the idea is you just do one thing, right? You focus on one thing at a time, and that one thing brings exponential results compared to everything else, right? The 80-20 rule, right? 20% of the things bring 80% of the results. So you can literally cut out 80% of the things and just double down on that 20%. And if you do, that 20% will bring you 80% of the results. So why it's good to focus down and go in chunks. Same thing, you block out your months, right? The whole of June is, I'm going to do this in June, I'm going to do that in June. And that's what I've been doing. That's what I learned from my mentors, right? And the same thing with time, right? For days as well, for hours, right? This goes from the highest scale, for months, even years, but usually years is a bit too long, but months, 1 month blocked out for this, to weeks, to days, to even hours, right? So what I've been doing this whole 1 week, I've blocked out the whole 1 week to work on my course, right? Teaching people how to find mentors. I blocked out the whole week just working on that, because I know that a lot of people are going to see it. I know that it's what I'm contributing to the world right now, right? So I blocked out the whole week for that, pretty much. All right, didn't do anything else, didn't go on social media, and didn't really check my phone. My phone was pretty much in my, in another room or locked up in a drawer somewhere. Didn't really check it. And every day I was literally going 6-7 hours in my room, locked up in my study. locked up in my study, just doing work, just working on the one thing. And the thing is, I'm only working on one thing, one presentation, right? Just one thing. I'm not trying to do all sorts of things, this, that. I'm just working on one presentation. And that presentation, I've gotten around 650, 700 slides, maybe even 800 slides, right? PowerPoint presentation, 800 slides. Can you imagine that? That's the power of focus. So that's one thing that I've learned from my mentors, and it goes from the top down. So months, weeks, days, hours even. That's why you need to focus on one thing at a time. Block out everything else. So for example, block out, this is kind of like a productivity tip. You just want to focus on one thing at a time. For example, if you got a thing to do, a project or something to do in 1 week, or a major thing, just block out the whole week for it, right? And every day, 6 hours a day, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. I'm just gonna work on this. Boom, 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 every day. And that's the secret that the successful people have. I've seen it in my own life. I've seen it in other people's lives, my mentors, and it works, right? People might say, "Oh no, you gotta balance. You gotta have that balance." Yeah, the balance. But the balance comes not from trying to do everything at the same time. The balance comes from pushing this forward really quickly, and then coming back to push this forward. Not trying to push this at the same time. Right? It doesn't work like that. If you know what I mean. So yeah, my question to you right now is, what's your plan for this month? What's your plan for June? All right, we're almost halfway done through the year. Can you believe that? Almost halfway through 2018. Yeah. So every year now gets faster. All right. And if you're not catching up, if you're not planning consistently, if you're not conscious about it, then life will just pass you by. And that's not what you want to do. You don't want to live life like that, where everything just flies by behind you. That's not how you live to your full potential. So yeah, my question is, what are you going to do for this month? How's your half year been? June's coming up. June is usually the holiday period. So if you guys got any holiday plans, let me know. And if you thought this video was interesting, give us a like, comment your opinion, subscribe, and also be good to share to someone who actually wants to see this or needs to see this. Yeah, peace out.